"Oh, yes. Yes, I would, and thank you, ma'am." Hannah went back to the baker's rack and picked up another cupcake. The man was polite and completely non-threatening. Mike Kingston, the chief detective at the Winnetka County Sheriff's Department, would chastise her for opening the door to a stranger. But if he were here and actually met her early morning visitor, Hannah was sure he would agree with her assessment of the man's character. "Tell me more about your mother's German chocolate cake," she said, sitting down on a stool directly across from his. "Did you ever watch her make it?" "Yes, ma'am, I surely did. And when I got old enough, I rode to the store with her to get all the things she needed to bake it." "Do you remember what they were?" "I do. She bought German chocolate. She never kept it in the pantry because she said it might get old between birthdays, and she wanted it fresh. And she bought coconut, pecans, and cake flour. She wanted those fresh, too. And then we went to the fruit section, and she bought one orange." "An orange?" Hannah asked, curiously. An orange wasn't called for in any German chocolate cake recipe that she'd ever seen. "The orange was for me after she took off the peel. She cut it into little wheels on a plate. Then she picked out the seeds and gave it to me to eat. She told me that oranges were expensive and orange wheels were part of my birthday present." "Your birthday was in the winter?" Hannah gave an educated guess, since the man was well over 20 years old, and fresh produce, especially fruit that had to be trucked in from warmer climates, was expensive in the winter. "I don't... Yes. Yes. My birthday is in the winter. I can remember that Dad had to drive us to town through the snow to buy what she needed for my birthday cake." The man looked sad again, and Hannah was almost sorry she'd asked for more information about his birthday. But after a moment, he began to smile again. "I know what I can do for you, ma'am. I can brush the snow off your car and scrape the ice from your windshield." "That would be wonderful," Hannah agreed quickly. It was obvious to her that the man wanted to repay her in some way for giving him coffee and the cupcakes. "And while you're out there, you can unwind the cord from my front bumper and plug in my car. There's a strip of outlets on the side of the building, and I forgot to do it when I came to work this morning." "I'll go do that right now," the man said, standing up quickly. "It's cold out there this morning." "No, don't go yet," Hannah told him quickly, motioning him back down to his stool. "Stay here and drink some more of your coffee, so you'll warm up first. Finish your coffee and your second cupcake, and then I'll show you which car is mine." The man laughed. It was a nice laugh, and Hannah was glad to hear it. From his appearance, she suspected that he hadn't had much to laugh about in recent weeks. "You don't have to tell me which one is yours, ma'am. There's only one vehicle in the parking lot, and I figure that red Chevy Suburban must be yours." "You figured right," Hannah told him. "While you're outside, I'm going to frost those cupcakes. Then you can have a couple of them when you're done." After the man finished his coffee and cupcake, he went back outside, and Hannah not only frosted the cupcakes, she also looked through her lost and found box. She'd been open for 2 years now, and she'd been planning to take the contents of last year's box to Helping Hands, the thrift store across the alley. If there was anything in the lost and found box that would fit, she'd take it out and give it to him. She also decided to pay him $5. It wasn't much, but she wanted to give him something so he could buy a meal later in the day. 20 minutes later, dressed in the warm sweater and scarf she'd found, the man left, clutching the bag of frosted German chocolate cupcakes that she'd given him, along with a promise that he'd stop by the following morning to see if she had any additional work for him. After he had gone, Hannah began baking again. She felt good as she mixed up the cupcake batter, put it in the cups, and waited for it to bake. She'd helped someone who truly needed help, and since her instincts had been correct and the man had been polite and grateful for her help, it had been the right thing for her to do.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.